when Boise first began to grow. This perhaps was where people lived then.
Was there a considerable black population down there at that time? Do you remember the mix, racial?
No, it's always been mixed up down here. And I'll tell you one thing that's no one ever talks about is this was the only part of town we could live in. That's why we're down here.
Is that right?
They don't want to talk about it, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Because I have tried to buy property other places a long time ago before I bought here.
Uh-huh.
And when they find out I was black, the first thing they'd say was that it was sold. I know they don't want to have anything. They don't want to believe that, but it really did die. And that's why we had to live down here.
Because there was.
They just couldn't rent you any house in any other part of town. If you did, it was something that wasn't. If you got a place to live in any other part of town, it was kind of a rundown house. I don't like to hear you say that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth. And that's why we are in this part of town.
I know I've got the other side of the story as far as, for example, what Emma Niblett mentioned that you couldn't afford to find a place anywhere else.
Well, it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that because, as I say, I've been here all my life. And I bought here. I could have bought some other place that they sold to me.
Are you familiar with some of those covenants, they call them, that they used to have, or that restricted some types of ethnic groups from certain neighborhoods?
Well, they couldn't even go in. I remember back when they couldn't even go in pool halls uptown.
Is that right?
So if they was going to have any pool hall or anything like that, they had to have it right down in this neighborhood. And that's why they had them. Or anything else that went on.
For example, like social activities and everything.
I remember back when they weren't bothered. You wouldn't be served in a restaurant.
Tell me.
It's really been segregated here. I mean, it was worse in the South for a while.
Is that right?
In the early days of Boise, now the people of town that's been here for very long, they won't just talk about that, but it is the truth. It's the truth. I remember back then.
For example, back in the early, their 20s, 30s, or?
I'd say back in the 20s. I'd say I don't remember, because like I say, I was out of the state for a while. I don't remember when it began to change. But even restaurants uptown did not serve.
Is that right? So you had trouble getting service?
And anybody that don't know about that are people that have came here since.